Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the Guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. What we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? I'll let that comment go because you're new here. Ask things out of turn again and we have a problem. Now, are we clear on all of this? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
Claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. So, let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tonelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. The guild depends on an arrangement of influential people to keep things running smoothly. Without them at our backs, we'd be in serious trouble. Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. Whoa, lass. I'd do just as well drawing a blade across my own neck. Where did this foolish request come from? Huh. So Sibi finally got the nerve to bare his teeth, eh? Look, this sounds like a family matter, and I don't want the guild in the middle of it. You do what you want. Just don't expect us at your back when Maven has your head on the executioner's block. Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
What are you doing that for?
Before we begin, I want to make 2 things perfectly clear. 1, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And 2, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses.
Read your fate. Let me guess.
Before we
He
begin,
just
I want to
plucked
make
you
2
off the
things
street
perfectly
and
clear.
dropped you into the thick of things
1,
without telling
I'm the
you
best
which way is
infiltrator
up.
this ra- And
Am I
2,
right?
then we under- Now, it's time to get your feet wet. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here. Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded. Are you kidding me? Ever since the Guild's luck turned sour, we haven't had a coin to our name. And when the coin dried up, that's when people started to leave. We had the best of everything down here. The Ratway was a damn palace. The only way this place will ever return to its glory days is if we can finish these extra jobs and start the gold flowing again. The Flagon was once a city beneath the city. We had our own smith, our own alchemist, you name it. If we can make a name for ourselves in Skyrim once again, I can almost promise you those merchants would return. Best of all, we'd have enough gold to throw around so we could start living in the lap of luxury again. Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya. Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now. Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit. And no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck. I handle the burglary, shell, sweep, and heist jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs. Pretty simple. Break into a house, grab a specific item, and get out before they realize what's going on. The catch is you can't kill anyone who lives there, or you forfeit the payment. You ready for some good old-fashioned burglary? Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
Read your fate. Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right? See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet. Look around you. The Flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose. Who in their right mind would be stupid enough to pay you to steal from Maven? Guess I should have known. Maven and Civvy have been at odds ever since she had him tossed into jail. Look, if I were you, I'd proceed carefully. Crossing Maven is one of the first things you learn not to do when you're down here. As far as the Guild's concerned, this is between Civvy and Maven, so we're going to officially stay out of it. Watch yourself out there. The mercenaries Arengoff hired to train killers. Just ask our poor little Vex. I handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam jobs. The ones with a more personal touch. If break-ins are more your thing, go talk to Vex. Sometimes we just like to remind the city that we mean business, so we hit 'em hard. Just steal whatever we can until we made an impression. Simple, right? Almost. The catch is, it doesn't count if anyone sees you take it. The message needs to be clear. We work in the shadows. Steal from anywhere in the hold, and you even get to keep everything you stole. So, you in? Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut and you'll do fine. Let me give you the details. Something troubling you? I'll listen. Pull up a seat. Have a drink. So,
All eyes are
what
on
can I
you,
do
lass.
for you today?
Don't disappoint us.
So you're the new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted. I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee. Sure, how about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use. I've got coin and I've got merchandise. Let's see what we can do. Why don't you take a look at some of my merchandise and we'll see what kind of deal we can make.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
Come here a second. I used to live in Valenwood, working at my father's winery. We made the finest wine to ever cross your lips, I promise you. We were doing well. Plenty of coin, a huge mansion, and I was even betrothed to a lovely young woman. Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement. Something dangerous. I hooked up with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit. Made me feel alive. Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail. Gave me a day to say my goodbyes to everyone. I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescents. Good old Delvin. He introduced me to Gallus, and that was it. I've been here ever since. And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit. The honey they collect on that hunk of rock goes into making Blackbriar mead, just about the best tasting mead in all of Skyrim. If you ever need more practice with the bow, just grab me.
Wanted to say something to you. Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale. When I started out in this business, I wasn't really interested in the guild or being a thief. I didn't mean to imply I was earning an honest living either. With my lock-picking aptitude, I was a natural at jailbreaking. I made a great deal of gold doing it too. It's where a client pays you to get arrested, and you get thrown into a prison for the express purpose of breaking out. Usually it's to free someone the client cares about, and sometimes to kill someone on their behalf. Either way, the trick was in the escape. That's where my strengths came in handy. Well, as a jailbreaker, you work alone. No guild to back you up. I do jobs for the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, but if things didn't go as planned, I was on my own. The last jailbreak I attempted failed. I was imprisoned in High Rock for 3 years before they let me go. After that, I promised myself I'd never do it again. I don't know. I think I realized that out in the world, my skills would bring me more wealth as a thief rather than an assassin. Killing someone in a jail is much easier than what the Dark Brotherhood deals with. I guess I wanted to play it safe. I already knew Delvin. I asked if I could join up, and that was that. Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale. I think you're all right. In fact, I'm kind of impressed how well you're doing around.
Hey! I want to talk to you.
Between us, okay?
Now. I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans, but it was always about the killing for them. Don't get me wrong, the first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed. We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were women and children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest. No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways. I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan. Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did. Always a pleasure, him.
Hey, let's talk a second. You're making waves around here. I like that. If you ever want to talk about anything, you let me know. It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot and made our way out. Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run, so I did. Half of them went after me, the other half went after her. Huh, are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Once she steps into the shadows, she vanishes. Me? I ran. And I ran, straight through the gates of Windhelm, and all the way back to Rift. Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in, drenched in sweat. Everyone just took a look at me and laughed. Well, I had forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back, and arrived hours before I did. So, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself. I wouldn't bother smacking at those hives with a weapon. Set them on fire, and they'll go up like kindling. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. Need any more pickpocket training? You just let me know. I guess I can look the other way. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. What are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? Yes? Hey, how's it going? Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. I...
those who shirk their duties will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Grelod.
And one more thing. I will hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. That, my darlings, is why you're here. Why you will always be here, until the day you come of age and get thrown into that wide, horrible world. Now, what do you all say?
We love you, Grelod. Thank you for your kindness.
That's better. Now scurry off, my little gutter snipes.
Please, lady, you gotta get me out of here. Ever since Aventus left, Grelod's been even meaner than you, kid. You're out of luck. It's too bad the orphanage ain't lit. I ain't afraid of the old hag. Still, I wish Constance was in charge. She treats us real good. Constance. Sometimes she gives me little snacks, which is good, because we only get but one meal. Late, too, in the afternoon. I'm a growing boy. I need as much food as I can get. Bye.
I hate it here. Grelod the Kind is the meanest person in all of Skyrim.
I'm sorry, but the children aren't up for adoption right now. Sadly, yes. Even the townsfolk have taken to calling her Grelod the Kind. Her very existence has become something of a running joke. Grelod runs this orphanage because she's old and set in her ways and doesn't know any other life. These children need love and comfort. I try, but I'm sorry. You should go. The children aren't up for adoption, and it's cruel to get their hopes up. Besides, Grelod hates visitors. If there's nothing else, I really must ask you to leave.
I was named after the sound a lion makes. You know, roar! Really?
I'm strong and quick and can do any chore you want. Come on, adopt me, please.
Someone has killed Grelod!
Grelod is dead! Aventus did it!
Hooray! Grelod the Kind is dead at last! We're saved! Yay!
Aventus really did it! He got the Dark Brotherhood to kill old Grelod.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. A letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh?
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Oh, it's you. Come to extort more from me?
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
The Thieves Guild used to run this city. Now they're nothing but braggarts and bullies, rotting to death down in the rat pit.
Dirge told me you made it into the guild. You need dirt on anything, you talk to me. Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically, no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says. Slip up and I'll gut you like a fish.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King. With his voice, shouted him apart.
The waiting. The insufferable waiting. Here, I want you to have this. Don't ask, just take it. You know Belethor's shop in Whiterun? That'd be a good place to start. He carries all sorts of things like that. Not now. It would seem so. Thanks. Good luck out there.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet girl.
Please help me. I'm going to lose my job at the Riften. I really need your help. My job at the Riften fishery is in danger. The owner, Bolly, said that if I show up for work in this condition one more time, then I'm out. I don't mean to do this to myself, but I can't help it. If you could give me a healing potion, your kindness will never be forgotten. Here, take this. It's all I can offer you for what you've given me. It is our most favored company. I'm not sure what it's made from, but I can tell you that once you've had a taste, you'll never crave anything else. The Dunmer came up with the stuff a long time ago. Very illegal and very hard to come by. I got mine off a merchant ship in Solitude. Worst mistake I ever made. Bolly is a good man. He pays us well and watches out for us. I used to work at the Blackbriar Meadery, but Indarin and I never saw eye to eye. That elf has no patience at all. It's probably for the best anyway. I'm far better at fishing than working in a meadery. Look, I don't think I should say. I mean, they could kill me. Okay, I'll tell you. I get my skooma from Sarkozy. Has some sort of a setup over the Riften warehouse. You can't get inside, though. They've kept that place locked up tight since the war began. I overheard Bolly say that only the Jarl carries the key to the warehouse. When I meet Sarthes there, he's usually waiting for me outside with his bodyguard. If it wasn't for skooma, I'd already be on my way out of this horrible city. All my gold, completely gone. Now I have to start over. I'll never use skooma again, although I suppose a little mead now and then would be harmless. You've been kind. I thank you.
Tidings, yes? Of course. That doesn't change anything. What? No! You expect me to believe that? It speaks the truth. My thanks to you.
Feeling much better now, thanks to you. You have no idea what it's like to have everything, then watch it all disappear.
Trees. The fall forest makes me miss my childhood. Playing among the towering trees in Valenwood and living with... Seeing the sorry state of this city almost makes me regret my decision to move. My home and my apprenticeship completed.
Tidings.
Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. Currently in war.
There's a foul presence coming from Doc. As Jarl Leila's houseguard, I would ask
Welcome
that
to
you maintain
Riften,
respectful
traveler.
distance from them
I hope the
at all
road
times.
fared well for you. Yes, I'm afraid we're aware of Sarthis' presence in the warehouse. Unfortunately, we're certain he has informants within the city guard. Every time we've made a move to arrest him, he's escaped. However, if you take care of this discreetly, you might be able to surprise him without warning. Excellent. Here, this is the key to the warehouse. See if you can drop in on this dealer of poison and convince him to close down his operation permanently. Good journey to you.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Leila's steward. I'm Uriel.
Disrespect the law, you disrespect me.
Why take a chance?
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. I can't wait here forever.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have
Well, Growled the Kind. Is she, you know... Aha! I knew you could do it. I just knew it. I knew the Dark Brotherhood would save me. Here, just like I promised. This should fetch you a nice price. Thank you. Thank you again. When I grow up, I'm going to be an assassin. That way I can help lots of children, just like you.
Be careful.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Now, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now. Just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the White Phial, but this doting busybody won't let me get it. You would do that? It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man. It's buried with its maker, Corral Mill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of here. Corral Mill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach his resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here. I've spent my entire life searching for it. It brought me all the way to these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the Phial. I even named my shop after it, hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp. But the Eight, it seems, have chosen me for their amusement. For in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on it. The legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container, made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the phial will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is poetry. Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the phial, you fool!
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
Been a murder over in Riften. Some old lady who runs an orphanage. Poor children.
Need a ride? I can take you to any of the hold capitals. My carriage is the safest way to travel. Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they called themselves. I hear this whole...
My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with travelers. I don't really know anyone. The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a... I don't really know anyone at the college.
I'm sorry, could you just...
People won't say it, but they're afraid of me, so they leave me alone.
Inside out and then exploded. What
The mages don't let us go into college.
It was a minor
They
miscalculation.
said it's not safe in there.
I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelagar. If there's anything you need, just let me know. I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college. Though even that's dried up some. That's right. College of Winterhold, just north of town. Hard to miss. All right then.
My days at the college are long behind me. No. Gods no, not for years. I left Winterhold for some time, and returned to stay here at the inn. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues.
Aster says his pa says the college makes lots of bad things happen. There's not many people left in Winterhold, so I only have Aster to play with.
I trust you're not planning
Aster
any
always
trouble.
wants to play Hunt the Elf,
What can I do for
and
you,
he makes
friend?
me be the elf.
Ours courier will be the first to tell you that if it weren't for that college, we'd all be better off.
What's your business here in Winterhold? It does. The college has caused enough problems. Don't need you or anyone else adding to them. If you're not here for the college, then you've little other reason to be in Winterhold at all. Look around you. Winterhold is in this state because of those damn mages. They sit up there in their tower, doing gods know what. And who watches over them? The guards don't even dare go up there, unless they've no choice. What's there to tell? It's mostly gone now, thanks to those damn mages in the college. Someday there'll be proof they caused the Great Collapse. Most of the city just dropping off into the sea. That doesn't just happen. All right then. You know, Winterhold has lost much of its history, and with that much of its power. I aim to change that. I've heard rumors of the resting place of the Helm of Winterhold. The very same helm that Jarl Hansa wore in the First Era. Hansa was in line to be High King of Skyrim, you know. Having that might get the ear of the other holds, and give me some authority. Good. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for your return. Until next time.
Ours is the only family left that truly cares what happens to Winterhold. Courier will be the first to tell you that if it weren't for
I've
that
been looking
college,
for you.
we'd all be better
Got
off.
something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Yeah, got this note. Don't know. Creepy fella. Black robe. Couldn't see his face. Paid me a pretty sum to get that into your hands, though. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Disrespect the law, and you disrespect me.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you?
Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Branmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top. Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk. Some line about this clothing in Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber, I don't know. What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows what. I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem. Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it? But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you? Until next time.
Nope, sorry. Nothing.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The Mage Light spell is useful to any mage, not just those specializing in alteration. Can you cast one on the seal on the ground? No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. Until next time. No matter what. The college will endure. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. Mirabelle does a fine job. If you can pass the test, then yes. I can't wait to see who succeeds Mirabelle. I've no doubt she'll be promoted to Archmage at some point. Until next time. Certainly a few of my colleagues aren't quite as talented as they'd like to believe. Cross the bridge. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not... I am here to assist those seeking the... And if in... The more important question is... Oh. Most... This is the College of Winterhold. Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find with it? It would seem that the not just anyone is a small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of... Excellent. Those invested in restoration magic find healing hands to be essential. Can you cast... No? Or you can try your luck with one of the... Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. No matter what, the college will... She's the master wizard here. Archmage Aaron may be in charge, but Mirabelle runs the place. You do well to remember that. Certainly. Destruction spells come in different forms, each useful for various purposes. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot, and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune to fire. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Never should have... Think you can steal... Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. Never should have come here. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. Don't even think about it. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Oh no, you do. No matter what, college will endure. Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. You'll need to speak with Mirabelle Irvine. Her quarters are in the Hall of Countenance. Certainly. Concentrate. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. I can't wait to see who succeeds, Mirabelle. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Certainly a few of my colleagues aren't quite as talented as they'd like to believe. Savos Aran is wise beyond his years. He knows I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls.
You're not getting any. You little.
Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the
What you
decision.
learn here will last you a
used to the
lifetime.
Empire bowing to
Several
your
if
every
you're
whim, but
talented.
I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor receive no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me. Don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll for you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward.
You can see me? Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent.
Oh my, that's quite a difficult question. Never underestimate the ability to influence others. Whether they're friends or foes, they're almost all susceptible to illusion spells. They can turn the tide of a battle in a moment's notice. There are also spells that help in avoiding conflict altogether. Invisibility is tricky to master, but exceptionally useful. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. Good day.
Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Well, your classmates certainly seem to disagree with you.
No, don't listen to her. We can do it. Just give us a chance.
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you. good to see Skyrim still has such fine... The key to wards is that they take time to charge. Not long, but you can't start casting with a fireball coming at you. Also, if your ward isn't negated by an incoming spell, it will recharge itself after a moment or two. Just be careful. Casting wards requires constant concentration, and you can easily find yourself drained of your magical reserves. Take care now.
College is a bit of an oddity in Skyrim. New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord. Magic is shunned by most. If it can't be swung over your head and used to crack skulls, most Nords want nothing to do with it. Magic is seen as something for elves and weaker races. No offense, of course. Well, look at the evidence. Nords generally don't trust magic, so it's not off to a good start. Throw in the Oblivion Crisis, which was caused by magic users, and the troubles now with the Aldmeri Dominion, who are elves and magic users. And finally, take the fact that the college is the only thing left standing after most of Winterhold was destroyed. It's all fairly damning. Not at all. I consider it a blessing. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting that this is what I'm meant to do. All right, then.
Enchanting services are one of the few things... I need some more supplies. Can you help out with that? I'm running low on Grand Soul gems. I need at least 5 more, if you can find them. All right, then.
Nords don't trust magic or those that use it. Made it difficult for me growing up.
Skyrim could not be more different from elsewhere. But magic is the same no matter where you go.
Sleep well? Does it matter? You're warm, dry, and still very much alive. That's more than can be said for old Grelod, Half of Skyrim knows. Old hag gets butchered in her own orphanage. Things like that tend to get around. Oh, but don't misunderstand. I'm not criticizing. It was a good kill. Old Crone had it coming. And you saved a group of urchins to boot. But there is a slight... problem. You see, that little Aretino boy was looking for the Dark Brotherhood. For me, and my associates. Grelod the Kind was, by all rights, a Dark Brotherhood contract. A kill that you stole. A kill you must repay. Well now, funny you should ask. If you turn around, you'll notice my guests. I've collected them from... well, that's not really important. The here and now. That's what matters. You see, there's a contract out on one of them, and that person can't leave this room alive. But, oh, which one? Go on. See if you can figure it out. Make your choice. Make your kill. I just want to observe and admire. Am I to take your silence as acceptance? Then you know where we stand. Make your kill and we're square. Repayment of your debt is but a discreet knife thrust away.
I can hear you talking out there. Please let me go. I've done nothing to you. Is this about that raid last week? I told Volgrim there was no honor in killing sleeping men, but he wouldn't listen. It wasn't my fault, I swear. What? Oh, God. I don't want to die. Okay, well, I guess it's possible. I've been selling my sword arm for years now. Killed a lot of people. Could be someone wanted revenge. But you're not going to kill me, right? My name is Full-Time. I'm a soldier. Well, mercenary, really. You know, a sellsword. I've lived in Skyrim all my life. That's all. I'm a nobody, really. So, can't you just let me go? What did I do? Please,
Get
whatever it is.
Things off of me! Excuse me. What kind of question is that? I'm kneeling here with my hands bound and a sack over my head, and you have the gall to ask me that? What do you think, genius? None of your damn business who I am. If you're going to kill me, just do it already. Esmara is my witness. If I didn't have this hood on right now, I would spit right in your face. I don't have time for this nonsense.
Varsha, at your service. Obtainer of goods, taker of lives, and defiler of daughters. Have you not heard of me? Perhaps I will have my people carve my name in your corpse as a reminder. Me? Are you serious? Fool, don't you get it? I live in the shadow of death every day. A knife in every doorway. A knocked arrow on every rooftop. If one of my enemies would not pay to have me killed, I would take it as a personal insult. Tell you what, you release me, and I promise my associates will not cut you down like an animal. And butcher you in the street.
Well, well, aren't we the overachiever? 3 possibilities, 3 victims. Must have been one of them, right? So why take chances? When most would speak, you listen. You think. You understand that the only thing that matters is you following my orders. To kill. Of course. And you've repaid your debt in full. Here's the key to the shack. But why stop here? I say we take our relationship to the next level. I would like to officially extend to you an invitation to join my family. The Dark Brotherhood. In the southwest reaches of Skyrim, in the Pine Forest, you'll find the entrance to our sanctuary. It's just beneath the road, hidden from view. When questioned by the Black Door, answer with the correct passphrase, "Silence, my brother." Then you're in, and your new life begins. I'll see you at home.